Alrighty. It's time to roleplay. Myself. The character. Now I'm gonna play Sturgis Mclainy. I make sure he sounds right. And make sure I enunciate things the way I oughta. The way I'm supposed to. Apparently I had a delivery out this way.
Can't you act civilized?
Alright. Alright. Name's Sturgis Mclainy. Good to meet you.
Howdy, mister.
Howdy. I hope you're well.
No.
Acting like you done hit your head.
It feels like I hit my head. I ain't know where to look.
Poor soul. Well, you must be soft in the head.
They called me soft in the head.
Hello.
I'm not all too sure where to look. Kind of wish you could pick up items like that. At least my mic's working this time. The only other place I can think of how to head to for this job. Not rightfully sure.
Oh, this is a stable? See, a messy bed that was recently slept in. That's a good detail right there. I don't like it when someone is currently sleeping in this bed. But if you're not there, it's something you can interact with. There's no RP to it. It's something that's best just ignored because it doesn't add anything. How's anyone and everyone doing in chat?
I'm looking for gainful employment at the moment until I can further my own endeavors. Right now, I'm a little lost in direction of where I should go next. I used to run a caravan not so long ago. Had some trouble crossing over from Mexico. El Diogo. Just trying to do what I got. Just trying to do what I have. Trying to get the voice down the way I ought to sound. Sometimes I think I don't do it quite justice as I'd like. But that's the way of it, isn't it? That's just the way of it.
Evening. Well, wouldn't you be?
Good evening, fella. Good day to you. Ride safe. Hey, Jacko, how's it going, man? I'm doing good. Sorry you missed the call earlier. It was brief. Me and Fed just kind of went over what the plan is. I think before I meet his character, my goal is to get a wagon. So when I do eventually meet him, wherever we end up meeting, I have a job to offer and stuff. So I'm not going to do too much engaging RP until I get that wagon. But I've been talking to people behind the scenes. I got a few more DMs from friends I've roleplayed with in the past. They're interested in trying what we got going. If we can get 12 members, what's the max amount of members a group can have? Was it 12 or 15? But I know it's 6 for defense and combat, right? I know it's gonna be between like at least $300 and $500. I guess it depends on the kind of wagon you're getting. But if I'm getting just like a transport wagon, like say it's not too fancy, it might be less, is what someone alluded to. But someone bought a coach for $500, a 2-horse coach. This is the earliest I've been able to play lately, but next week I think I'll have a lot more time. I picked up a job for the weekend, and it's giving me some time, some work. So it's taking up some of my time, is what I meant to say. When I connected, there was 192 people. It may have gone down since then.
Hey, you better bet I'm keeping my eye on you.
Sure thing. Ain't gonna cause no problems in your town. It's like Minecraft style cooking right here. How much is that? Not much. My stagecoach jobs are glitched out. Like it won't let me quit one of them that I've been trying to abandon. Do you turn in the job receipts for anything? Or is it supposed to just help you guide? Because I've already finished these ones. All right, so we've made very little money so far. I think I'm gonna acquire some jobs that may pay fairly okay. Whenever I think of ranch RP, I think of ranch dressing. The first thought that comes to mind. A piece of pizza and some ranch dressing. I like to walk my horse because A, I think it looks nice and it's like kind of role playing that my horse needs a break here and there. But also people who ride by are like, sometimes they're like, kind of, why is he doing that, you know? I almost walked into some cactuses. Bring our horse back into town. An important place to be.
When you guys were working on people?
As I said, I was first to the treatment area. And
I'm walking the conversation halfway, Danny.
That's not true. That's not true. No. No.
Our horse is here. All right, Grub. I'll see you in the morning. You play nice. The other horses this year. Ain't need to hear nothing bad about you. None of that. My back's killing me. Town's busy. Good to see it that way. Maybe I can find something worthwhile.
Go, Amelia. No, I believe.
It depends who.
Ah, shit. I told you I believe. Well, damn. You on the street for?
What can I get y'all?
10 churros, duh.
I know
Like
you,
you.
but I'm
Oh,
talking to
my
Amy.
bad.
Man, nobody give a fuck what you want, Mikey.
You're lucky I'm gonna respect
Howdy,
Switch's
sir.
business. I should have hopped over this counter and beat your ass.
How may I help you?
I was just
Alright.
hoping maybe I can get some directions around here.
Sure.
Bit
What are you
turned
looking
around.
for?
What would you like?
I'm trying to find myself, I'm trying to track down a good line of work. That is.
A good line of work.
Or just peaches in general.
Coach,
I do not
driver
just have
fella out
peaches.
there, he hasn't been too helpful lately.
I have cherry, peach,
He has a
strawberry,
job for me,
cream,
but he ain't give me
apple,
much
and
detail
one
on where to
blueberry.
go, and I finished a few of them, but now he ain't want to
How many apples do you
cooperate.
have?
You just don't know where to be going?
I'm looking for something that's gonna,
I have.
I don't know, hopefully put some money
Two.
in my pocket and dinner on the
Can I
table.
buy both of them?
Hmm.
Unless I know you
What
wanted
kind of
to
work
buy
you
the apple
looking
ones.
for?
Then.
Right now, I don't have the
Oh, okay.
Okay, I have 5 of those.
kindness of being picky.
I would
That is.
I would like 2 apple cobbler and 10 churros.
Amelia's on her way to tell you off.
Fucking distracted me, you
Is
asshole.
okay now?
At this point, I'd take anything I get my
I
hands
started
on.
fucking
Well, here, you give
twitching
me
on my
a few
muscles
seconds.
by
I'll be
accident.
right back with you.
Fucking
I'll be around. Thanks, fella. Name's Sturgis, by the way.
All right.
I was about to say, who the fuck just walked behind the counter? Pablo.
Yeah, he works here.
Is that? Are you making him uniform now?
No,
Oh,
he's
They
just wearing whatever he wants to wear, I guess.
look very similar. They're very similar things.
That will be. $45.
Where you say,
Thank
Mikey?
you.
I should have jumped over the counter and beat your ass, but I respect
Take you
Sorcerer's
outside,
business.
bitch. I'll take you outside.
Howdy,
How much
friend.
do I owe you?
Howdy. How can I help you?
I've won.
Heard you were looking for
$54.
something to make some money.
That I am.
Thank
I
you.
would have given you more if I.
Is there anything specific you're looking for, or do you not really care if it's on the right side of the law or not?
I can't be picky right now, but depending what it is and the risk, hear what the job is first before I decide.
Pablo, I'm having a seat with you.
Well, I've got some very strong, hard liquor that needs to be sold to the fine people of
Do you
Monroe.
have more desert lemonade?
I do.
You can make a pretty decent living selling it.
Sisika.
The only downside is
He's
if
been
the
in
people
Sisika
don't
for
want
a
to buy
week.
it from
What do
you,
mean?
they'll
Yeah.
run and tell the law.
Or he's in Mexico. One of the
So
two.
they
He's
might
either
come
a
and
dealer
look
or-
for you if you're around town selling.
Yeah, you never know.
I
He's
know
one
what
of
you're
the two. I know
talking
he's
about,
one of
and I ain't got no qualms against that. None. Honestly,
Okay.
I'm
I've been
almost
around
certain-
the block a
I'm using
while,
both, but I'm almost
and it's
certain
one of those things that the state can't decide on if they want people to be able to own what you're talking about and distribute it or not.
Let's do
And
4 desert lemonade.
the laws I worry about more than the laws of God Almighty Himself. The laws of men are important, but
I'm lucky I don't
thou
have
shalt
much.
not kill is all I say.
I'm pretty sure he's gone.
Well, I'm right there with you, my friend.
Unless
My
he's in
price
another
per bottle
spot.
for me
That
to
never
sell it
goes
to
down.
you so you can make a profit is about
Boston or-
$2.50
No,
a bottle.
I mean I
You
haven't
can sell
really
them
looked.
for
I've
anywhere
just-
from
I've
$4.20
been asking
to
around and nobody's
$5,
Kind of just
depending
going
on,
off word of
A
mouth.
Green Hollow.
how popular the town is.
Is there
with the
other?
men
I
with the
didn't know there
badges
was
on their
any other
chest.
spots.
Which
I ain't got that kind of
Check
money
the one
to
facing
invest in
Boston and
anything
Ivy.
at all right
Was it
now.
Well,
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Is
I'd
there
be
another spot?
willing
River?
to loan you some,
That'll be 28.
and then the
That's
next
okay.
time you see me, if you've sold it all, you can talk about asking me for
I
some
mean, I
more,
don't think
and
this is a spot in Nemo.
you can pay me then, okay?
14.
I think the risk might be a much
He
bit
was
too high
in
for myself considering.
Please,
I know I
the
can't
week
be
he
picky
wasn't.
none, but unfortunately, If I find myself behind
haven't read the
bars,
log
then
list to check.
I'm not progressing
But-
in my goals in the end.
People
You
that
ain't
I
wrong.
Might be,
You ain't wrong. I'll give you that one.
If I was in a little bit of a better spot, then I'd consider
I'm
it.
almost certain he's
But
not around it.
All right.
fortunately,
Well,
I'm not.
Hi, Goose.
if you ever are in a little bit better of a spot and you need a little way to make
Yeah, I
a little
mean-
bit of money on the side,
Let some
you
go.
can telegram me at PIS and
Oh, let me
inquire
ask
about
you
it.
a question first, Sam. What's your name?
My name's Pablo.
Pablo, I'm Sturgis. Let's
Nice
get
to meet you,
introductions out of the way first so we
there
can be
just normal
polite
whiskey?
gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I could tell you a little bit about myself and what I do,
full
and I might be able to help you in the near future, but not right now. I used to run a caravan. I went down Mexico way and had a bit of an accident. I'd say it's more than an accident. Got ambushed on the way out, and I lost everything. Friends included, good friends. So I'm trying to start over with what I know how, but ain't easy getting back to where I was.
I understand. That's very unfortunate. I'm sorry that happened to you.
It is what it is, and
Good. I can
I'm
read
sure their souls are resting easy, but
Yeah.
a little late for me started taking time. 55 and going on. Ain't none too easy there.
Have you participated in
Yeah, that's
shooting?
fair. Well, a little bit about myself. I've
No?
lived a pretty rough life, gotten to
You know what? That's not a bad idea.
doing things on the other side of the law. I've done just about anything you can
Hey,
think
they
of,
call them
unfortunately.
Mean, ugly, short, and bad.
I've
That's
robbed, I've
crazy.
killed, I'm living a life of retirement, doing small things here
Well-
and there nowadays.
Fair enough.
Seems to come with the territory far out west. Folks find
It
themselves
does.
in less civilized places. I understand, but I do not judge.
I respect that. But, yeah, Telegram is PIS. And if you ever need to get a hold of me or you're interested in anything specific, I might be able to help you out.
If you know where you can point me in the direction of work that I can handle in the moment, or someone who's willing to loan me enough cash to get my caravan started again, that would be kindly appreciated.
Sarge? Hey,
I
apparently
might
he was
recommend
coming
you
down-
to
he was coming down to dinner
head out
last night,
Valentine
like
Way.
12:30 at
Speak
night.
to the saloon
Yeah,
owner
but I
there.
don't
His
think he ever
name is
showed up.
Monty Knight. And he might be willing to help you. You know, tell him what's going on. He might be able to sign a
He
contract
learned
with you
good from Sam.
and help you out.
Now, if I go that way, should I say Pablo sent me, or should I keep your name out of my
Did you know
mouth?
that?
You can keep my name out of your mouth, but just let him know someone from the West sent you out there.
No,
And his name is Monty.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Pablo.
Of course.
Then I got a bit of a journey to make.
Was it in the grave?
Thanks,
Yeah,
I
just a little
appreciate
bit.
the direction, and when I'm back on my feet, I don't mind
Sam West hunting.
doing some kinds of works out there and transporting and all that. That I don't mind doing.
All right.
And
I've
Sam
done it
West.
before. I ain't been caught yet, but
Hey, fair
not gonna
enough.
toot my own horn too much until I have what I need to prove myself worth two shits.
Yeah, I respect that way of thinking. It was a pleasure meeting you, Sturgis. Reach out if you ever need anything, okay?
I will do. You take care. I'll see
Yeah.
you around.
Of course, safe travels.
How you doing, Slab? It's good to see you, by the way.
Business, and more business.
Gonna need cargo for sure. Contraband, don't mind transporting that. Like I said, Sturgis only believes in the laws of God.
I wonder if he wants to fight. Hell, everybody put binoculars on him right now. Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Come in. What's going on? Oh my God, my boy needs to go to bed. I'll be up there in a second. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. All right, let's head towards Valentine, and I hope we can come across Monty if we're lucky. Get ourselves in the right direction, man. Keep on riding then until we find what we're looking for. I kind of figured out my voice there. I was trying to add that twang to it. I couldn't remember how to do it for a second. How you doing, Slab? It's good to see you again, by the way. Yeah, we get a caravan going of our own cargo. It'd be interesting. See how it goes, what it's like. I'm thinking I might try to grind out on Wild RP2 just in case this doesn't pan out, but I kind of have to take a risk and invest somewhere. You know what I mean? Chilling, had a long day. Yeah, me too, man. Quite the day. Did some drywall work for my parents. Yeah, this is a ranch RP, and it's got a high population, but I hear there's mixed reviews. There's a lot of cool features, but maybe the RP quality isn't as high, but there's still a mix of good role players. But I don't know. I haven't been able to really judge all too much for myself just yet. But I think it's gonna be worthwhile. We got a bunch of us applying to the server. I know me, Phantom just got whitelisted and approved to play. One other did. We have a few other people applying here. I'm looking to try to build a caravan that is very consistent. Gonna have a very consistent group of people. Oh yeah. Especially if all the systems in place, if people if people recognize and know us as a caravan they can invest in and allow us to transport goods on their behalf, be paid, you know, with really good RP involved and all that, I think that'll be worthwhile. And I plan on playing a very like nomadic group and see where all the things go. Right now I'm in the process of just trying to get money together. I think I got like $30 in the bank. But if someone wants to give me a loan and I can roleplay out getting a loan, then I can get my first wagon. Once I get my first wagon, I can then hire on people and we can start doing jobs. Just gotta make sure I make the right calls. Make sure I'm heading the right direction. I can take care of me and my own. That's the way it's gotta be. That's what Sturgis will do, Mr. Mclainy. Mclainy. Sturgis Mclainy. Did imagine because one of the things is we kind of have that like frontier justice kind of thing going on, and if someone ever considers us to be vigilantes, they're going to be like, I ain't calling it vigilanteism, I call it self-defense. On account of I ain't running looking for these son of bitches. They come looking for me, and I defend myself, and I put them down with impunity. As I see it, since you can't be counted on to be out there for me, Mr. Lawman, that I gotta take things in my own hands on account of the wilderness is wide and large. Unfortunately, bears, wolves, and outlaws of them sorts do not play by your rules when not seen. I was going to say, there's a bear shit in the woods. And if a tree falls, does anyone know about it? If a tree falls, does it make a sound? I can't remember the line. Something along those lines. The analogy. But yeah, we got my group applying here. We got some really good role players, some good voices, and Phantom Playing, who usually plays Caleb West, is bringing Caleb West to Ranch RP with a slightly modified story to fit the world and the lore and stuff. And he's gonna come across a Sturgis at some point, and we plan on telling a really good story. Something very immersive, something unique. We want to do something unique and different. And running a large-scale caravan. And by the way, we're gonna it's going to be a slow burn. You're going to see the caravan crossing the prairie at a slow pace. So when people do ask us to deliver goods, they got to understand we can deliver a lot of goods, but we're in no hurry. One of Sturgis' rules, if we are not outside of town, we do not stop. As soon as night falls, we stop the caravan, we circle up, and we rest until daylight. So basically, if Valentine or wherever headed to is not an eye shot, the caravan's circling up and waiting until daybreak before we continue it. So they'll know that when they want the caravan to transport goods, is that it's gonna take a bit of time to get to the destination, and we'll transport people and stuff as well. But it's all about the process and being realistic about it. Because if you think about, they only made the map so big, it's not fully to scale the time it takes to travel. So you got to imagine a ride from the west to Valentine probably was actually, not this like 5-minute ride. It was definitely like a few days to a few weeks, And so that's why we're basically walking places. Actually, now that we're past the wolf area, one of the things I like to do, my horse gets tired. I get my fat ass off his back for a bit. And people love to see me walking around. This right here engages RP. Sometimes someone will be like, what you walking for? They'll come up to me. They'll approach me. Time and good RP goes a long way with staff. Some of them have the sole purpose of assisting and enable people. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm hoping, though, one thing I want to do, it depends on the lawman, and it depends on their perspective in RP, but if I ever transport moonshine, I'm going to put it at the very bottom of the inventory slots of the wagon, if the wagons have inventory slots, and put, like, oranges or other goods over the top. Like, when he looks in the back, I want to see if he will, like, perhaps chance not, like, roleplay not noticing the moonshine in the bottom. That's one of the, like I said, Sturgis is a man who follows most laws, the laws of God essentially. So he's just like, I shall not kill, shall not steal, stuff like that. But he doesn't believe in he doesn't think moonshine's a big deal, so he don't really care about it. So you transport it. He lives on the road for so long that he can't count on the state of Marone. The state of Marone. I'm not Moreau. I feel like I'm not saying it right. You can't count on them to be there, the government, to protect his ass when he lives and travels in such remote areas. So, in a way, he kind of feels like he's a, what's the word? A sovereign citizen. But, the Western version without that term. Smallpox plane, welcome back. I applied to Ranch RP and got denied, probably because I have no RP experience. It probably is. It might take a few times. My advice, Smallpox plane, since you just started watching my streams, I think the best thing I can give you advice on is, A, try to find another server that's a little more accessible to new people. B, and the first one, watch my videos and check out other videos, people who out there. All right, check out my videos, Phantom Play, and check out Vertigo. People like that who roleplay regularly. Check out streams like Mr. Moon. You can get an idea of what good RP looks like. Feel free to ask questions. If you need some, opinions or stuff like that. Use tags to buy from general store and label it hidden under etc. And if the lawman RP announces the scene, he may do / attempt to notice something off. What's that green glowing light over there? I was thinking about I wasn't sure if there's labels on this server because I haven't really explored it too much, but I was gonna be maybe I can label them as whiskey, and bottle them in a dark glass so you can't tell. The way I was gonna be like, how you doing, sir? I was looking in the back there, all things above board. He's transporting some oranges, is all. Whatever it might be. And just try to, like, charisma check him by role-playing well. But then if he does discover, I'd be like, listen, I understand that this is outlawed here in the state. But you ought to know that I do travel across borders quite often to other countries on occasion. Mexico, most often. And that's where this is headed. It's not going to be found in the local saloons around these parts. I can promise you that, sir. Like you understand, I live by the road, and I do try to respect the laws the government's put in place here, but you understand, out here on the open road, you're not here often enough to protect me from my own problems. I do live by the way of the road. I hope you understand. Try to talk my way out of it. I hope one day I like gain the success of like Vertigo and Mr. Moon. I feel like I feel like I have the potential. I just need to lock down maybe my editing skills or my consistency or like how often I make the streams interesting without like going overboard and breaking like the good pacing and stuff. Because I feel like I have the ability. I just don't know how to like capitalize on that kind of growth. Because if I'm obviously lost. I got 2,700 uploads on YouTube, and I'm still not full time. I'm partnered at least. It's one of those things. I've been doing this for 10 years, and it's like I'm doing something wrong, and well, when will I figure it out? Because currently I'm in the definition of insanity. But I still enjoy roleplay. I still enjoy doing it. And I still enjoy showing friends and stuff like videos I've made in the past. That's why I still do it. Also, that revenue paying for a video game here and there isn't too bad either. So I still have to work on that. I had a plan on being a mountain man and horse trader. Breaking wild horses would kind of help my lack of RP experience being a recluse. Yeah. Well, it's a good idea. I mean, there is an economy in the game for like taming horses and like selling them and stuff, I believe. But I'm looking to explore the community of Ranch RP. It's one of the servers that's been interesting. I've been people talk good and bad about it. That's like every server though, so I can't I'm taking everything everyone tells me with a grain of salt. I'm more interested in hearing about what the features are than being like this server's really good because of this, or this server's really bad, unless it's like talking about features, Servers have been around for a long time. There are shit people and there are great people. There's bad RP and there's good RP. There's bad moments and there's good moments. But it's like I'm not necessarily going to experience the same thing as other people, so I need to be able to judge for myself. There's a lot you can do. I'll just say that the item RP is big here. I know the civilian-focused economy is what kind of drew me here. I also play really good outlaws that are very good at moving RP, and I have the model of win good, lose good. So I don't mind, someone coming out on top over me. I'm not like, it doesn't make me butthurt. I know it advances my story because losing is part of a story, and that helps, create goals and conflict and things like that. Ryder Whitlock, one of my outlaws I'm playing Wild RP. I raided the fucking Heartlands for about 6 months straight, IRL. I became the second most wanted man on the server. Hard to become number one because, Vertigo has got, the Wallaby kid out there causing so many problems. And they finally tracked down my pattern of, like, highway robberies, and they finally came up on me, caught me, and put me in Cisco for almost 3 months of IRL time because that's how much crime I racked up. And they have, prison time and stuff. So I did make a writer for this server that I'm going to play off and on here and there to give the, like, idea of, like, coming across the highway, man, it's not gonna be super common. So I might do like a once a week, a couple of like highway robberies here and there. Stay on for a couple of hours afterwards to see people catch up to me, and then switch to another character. Especially if there being so many more civilians to rob and stuff like that, and the fact that there's like less money, so stealing food and other supplies sounds a lot nicer too. You know, imagine me stealing someone's carriage full of supplies, like food and other things that are transporting, and taking it around the corner, you know, a couple like trails away, with my bandit group, drinking the whiskey that's in it and eating the food that was in the caravan, wagon. And then once we've our fill and moved on, we ditch it there, like true highwaymen. That would be a story for someone that, hey, like these guys are out here like living off of like the hard work of others and living by the road and stuff. So you got to be careful out there. And they'll all know that they're never going to find us in town because we live off the land, we live off the roads. And Ryder would be great for that. We also might reboot Connor or Cree as well. I gotta talk to Phantom about that. Gotta let him know that Connor may not be like don't roleplay that don't roleplay that Connor or something like that because he's I could even bring back Nicholas O'Brien too, like a really old character. Yeah, there's so much out there, dude. Smallpox Leggett, you're in for like a wild ride if you get into RP. I do want to play earlier in the day because I want to be on when the server is like max pop. That would be great. I just haven't had the time to play as early as I'd like to play. So Phantom's coming too. Yeah, he's already applied. He's already whitelisted. He's already approved. I think he made Caleb West, but he hasn't played yet. Yeah, and we plan on telling a story together. I'll give you guys a little bit of spoilers. Sturgis at some point will come across Caleb. He will offer Caleb a job within his caravan once the caravan gets going, and that's basically how our stories are going to merge. And then you're going to be wanting to keep in tune on our YouTube channels for our weekly uploads of where the RP is going, that are nicely edited and all that. Morning.
Oh.
I think Frank Bruce would be great to play. I'd also like to play Frank Brower and start up the moving pictures here and start from scratch again and direct moving pictures through in character. I talked a little bit with the staff in my interview, and they said they would be willing to help me out with that kind of stuff. So I think it'd be fun to see if they might be able to even add a feature that could be like, I don't know what they do exactly. I can't say anything is concrete at all, but I would like to bring up, hey, maybe you guys can add a video player that has a certain rank in Discord that you can access, that maybe somehow I can play, YouTube videos inside the moving picture place. And it's one of those things where it's a role that it's not just given lightly, of course, that where I can make a video time period accurate and then play it there that everyone can see it. Or we go the route of making a Discord channel where I can then like link the video and like in a watch party, and I can play it all at once for everyone at the same time, so people can be like, oh, I'm watching the video, watching the moving picture. Shit, who was the guy I was looking for? Who runs the saloon? I just forgot his name from earlier. Shit. Pablo sent me to talk to, and I can't remember. Escaped my mind.
Morning, mister.
Trying to remember the guy's name. Pablo sent me to talk to the owner of the Valentine Saloon. Gotta remember his name. Never watched Connor Stern, only saw him from a Tommy Two Snakes perspective. Interesting. You can find someone character that can help you with that. Theaters are big here. Plays, game shows, singing, and films. Hell yeah. Yeah, because Frank Brower was a fun character to play, and I did a really good job making the about 6 or 7 films. Well, you have one too many pints. You did. You better wash yourself home. I do not have a scheduled stream. I kind of just get on when I have time at the moment. I can't keep this schedule. I've tried. I'm so bad at it. Hey, have a drink on me. Got to be worth an elk pelt. Thank you for the $2 smallpox blanket. Appreciate it. Because I like doing the whole RP process of having people act out my silent films and stuff like that. I appreciate Smallpox Blanket. I can tell you that I'll be streaming a lot more here soon. I don't know how to clean myself. Do they have a bath mechanic in this? Instead of Monroe. Monroe. I could bathe in a river.
Also found out some interesting news about the Shawnee. They're apparently hunting down Patois. Because he left. They've been going to towns with masks on and guns pulled out and demanding to know where Patois is.
And now she's a couple people? I don't know. I don't know a lot of the Shawnee.
They apparently also
The thing about playing with my slow burn character is that I'm not one to really pry into conversations with this kind of character. You know, he's not gonna interject himself in most situations unless it makes sense too. Server restart in 15 minutes. Get some for me, 169.
Get out the mic for you.
Never to be seen again.
I can never get the schmud out.
Oh, this is one time for you. Uh-oh.
Is that a person?
Oh, what? No, it's
No, that's a wolf.
Okay, I'll be back in a second, Monty.
I got very
Oh, it's a cougar too.
nervous that was a person. I did not want to deal with
I
that.
suppose y'all found that one in Blackwood.
How much bear meat is he giving you?
I'm sorry, I'm not.
He gave me 33 cuts.
That's barely enough. What the heck?
Good one.
Yeah, thank you. Are they bringing the wolf into the doctor's office?
It's a cougar.
Why are they doing that?
I don't know.
Why are they bringing the fucking cougar into the doctor's office?
See if maybe they need a new pet.
I'm not fucking touching them with a 10-foot pole.
I can tell you, if you try to make sense of most people out this way, you're only wasting your time.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hard time. That's true.
I'm bored enough to try, though.
It's fair. Jeez, where is everybody?
I don't know.
Thank you.
It's apparently Claire's been saying it's been pretty dead for a while.
Well, you've been gone for like 20 years.
I've been gone a day.
20 long years.
Oh my god, Monty, you're such a drama queen. I'm just gonna read for a little bit. I'll be just thinking real hard about this book.
Sure.
I gotta set up some more buttons on my Steam Deck here for setting animations for this server. Excuse me, folks. Would
Yes,
you
sir.
know who owns the saloon here in Valentine?
Who owns this saloon? Yeah, I know him.
I was sent this way to talk to a fella, but unfortunately have forgotten his name, but I heard he either works here or runs it.
Is that, hold on. Is that, Mr. Monty?
Monty, that's the name right there.
What do you need to talk to him about?
I heard that you could help me with finding some work. That is. Maybe it's gonna help me out find my way for a loan as well.
For a loan, hey?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know he doesn't do loans.
Well, then, the fella I talked to lied to me. Some fella out
How
west
much-
sent me out this way.
How much of a loan are you looking for?
Enough to get me closer to buying a wagon again to put together my caravan. I've fallen on hard times, you see.
Gotcha. How much are you at right now?
Just shy of $100.
And how much is the wagon?
I'm not quite sure yet. I gotta talk to a blacksmith out here to figure out about one. A fella once told me that his coach cost him $500, but he thinks for a transportation wagon it might be less.
Yeah, it all depends on how much, how big the wagon, how much, weight capacity, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But for a good chuck wagon, it's probably going to run you around $500.
All right. I got a lot of, musing around to figure out what I need exactly, but I gotta
What's your
start
name, fella?
somewhere. Name's Sturgis Mclainy.
Sturgis? I'm Monty. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Monty. Put a face with the name, then.
It's me. Sometimes I got a vet who's asking for me because there's some people that, aren't so nice.
I know how it is out here. It is what it is.
Yeah. As for work, I could probably get you set up with some farming. It pays pretty well.
I can't be picky, so I'm open to anything to get me on my way.
My manager here, Arturo, I don't know if you've met him.
I have not.
Big, tall, burly Mexican fella. He's also the foreman at the ranch down the road, Cumberland Falls.
I'm not familiar with many of the business around these parts. Usually I'm passing on by, but under current circumstances, I find myself staying here a while.
Okay. Well, if you telegram CFR and you let them know that I sent you, you'll find the farming gig, I'm sure. Pays about, I'd say in an hour you make about $50.
Ain't none too bad. I'm not shy of hard work despite my back not being what it used to be.
Yeah, well, farming is hard work.
And where is this farm? Don't mind me inquiring.
It's if you just go out of town that way to the west and follow the road, you'll come up on a smaller ranch, Cumberland Falls Ranch.
All right, so it's Cumberland Falls then.
A very short ride from here.
Well, Monty, I appreciate you giving me some direction in this world. Well, I'm glad the fellow out west didn't lead me astray.
No, I'm a big proponent of good deeds, and you know, I will give you a loan, but I'd like to donate a little bit to your wagon fund if you would accept it.
Well, I'll never say no to good charity, and I always make sure I pay my debts back in a timely manner.
Well, like I said, it's not a loan. It's just, help you get back on your feet started, get your caravan going.
Well, nonetheless, a good deed doesn't go unpaid. So, down the road, I'm sure to push it forward one day.
Yeah, that's all I ask. Pay it forward. Hold on, give me 1 second. Ready?
So, hey Claire,
Hey.
I had a headache, yeah?
Yeah.
Why is there a man in the doctor's office getting stitched up now? What happened?
I don't know.
Excuse me, can anyone want to sell me a bottle of tequila, please?
Yeah, sure.
They probably got mauled by a cougar, considering when they came in, on the back of their horse, they had a cougar.
Probably. Oh, wait, what's the name of your cat?
What?
What's the name of your cat? I don't actually know it.
Theodora the Demolisher.
Theodora the Demolisher.
Uh-huh.
Makes sense for a cat to use a gun.
Barnaby named her.
That makes sense.
All I ask is, one day, when you can, pay it forward to somebody else.
I gotta say, that is quite generous of you, Mr. Monty.
Monty Knight.
And I'll be sure to pay it forward when I get a chance. I'm gonna need plenty of folks helping me out in my endeavors, and I'm sure I'll find some lost souls out there who need some guidance themselves.
Oh, I'm sure you will. There's an abundance of them.
Always are in these trying times.
Yep, that's right.
Well, I ought to put this money away before it finds itself in the hands of another.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'll be around for a bit, and I appreciate your kindness. Again.
No problem at all. Hope you get that wagon soon.
I'm a hard-working man, and it will come my way.
How many times did he get?
A lot. At least 3 to 4.
One last time, Mr. Moreau.
Is that...
Sorry, not Moreau. My bad. I apologize.
It's all right. You'll get it one day.
Names go in one ear out the other with my old age, I tell you.
That's all right.
Cumberland Ranch was the name of the farm, am I right?
Cumberland Falls Ranch. The telegram is CFR.
CFR, I appreciate it. Thank you kindly.
No problem. You be safe.
I will. Come on, Grub. So we're looking at $500. Well, we're going to bring RP out to the middle of nowhere. So I think Cumberland Falls is not too far away. Server's restarting though, so we'll make sure to get our horse out for the server restart. I feel like I'm doing the voice slightly wrong as I'm playing the character, but I'll fall into it better as I practice more. I get real excited when I get the role play of someone, and it makes me talk faster, which ruins the cadence of the voice for the character I'm playing, because, well, I can tell you right now, Sturgis Mclainy is not one to try and talk too fast. He likes to enunciate every word, and I try to make sure I talk with the proper mannerisms of the time period and his age. But $100, not too bad. What do you guys think of the RP so far? What do you guys think of Sturgis Mclainy? Keep them boots sparkling. I had my first real RP yesterday, rode around with a guy just asked to help gather snake venom in exchange for riding around the map and telling me about stuff I'd be interested in. Nice. I'm hooked, dude. It got me to find out about RP and Red Dead. Hell yeah. Well, don't give up on playing the Ranch RP. You should play again, but, you know, watch the streams, watch other RPers, and take note of what good RP looks like and how to apply it. Yeah, that's the main thing. I want something unique. I want something that people want. I want something that's going to be great for story, because that leaves me open to outlaw attacks. It leaves me open to all kinds of things being out away from the security of towns and stuff like that. And I can create a very interesting narrative. But they became lawmen. Dude, I've never, believe it all, out of all of these years, I have never role played a lawman. And the main issue why is because most servers don't allow too much creativity for lawmen. They're too much in a box. The last time I tried to become a lawman, it was in family RP a long time ago, because they went with the very realistic approach to how law worked back in that time period. And every city had its jurisdiction, and the way it was run was slightly different because of how organized and staffed the town is and stuff like that. So, like, you know, Rhodes is run fairly differently from, you know, Valentine, and the same with the Western stuff. The city was more civilized than it was more organized. It's like a weird evolution of a lot of servers. Is they get, it's like it's the trouble of how do I enforce the rules and how do I like, because some people like it's a weird personality thing. At the same time, it's like, okay, I'm tired of this thing happening. How do I stop it forever? But in the process of trying to stop it, they might stifle creativity, you know. So they end up adding more rules, laws, and regulations. But my motto is figure it out in character. Should be the situation for most situations. If you don't like how a law office is being run, well, as you know, server owner, server staff, you might be able to send resources in character towards a city to be audited by the government's military or whatever, you know, and get it back under control. If a law officer is not doing what they're supposed to do, there's consequences like there would be in real life, you know. So that's like my perspective on it. It's like, but as time goes on, servers try to improve, and sometimes they think improving is adding more rules, when on the contrary, sometimes adding more rules takes away from RP. I like the more chaotic version of like, you know, leaving it open to interpretation. Like, it's good to have a bones. It's good to have a bone structure for your rules. It's good to have like that, but you don't want to be too detailed in the rules. You know what I mean? And I like the idea when servers are like, it's up to our discretion on how we approach certain things. If we don't like it, we'll tell you about it, you know? But other than that, like my favorite thing about the red zone back in the day was the common thing you would hear from staff about like, this is bad RP, when it wasn't really bad RP. It's just one side was RPing okay, and you know, people have different perspectives. The most common phrase I heard was figure it out in character. You know? I'm trying not to spoil too much meta stuff for me because I don't know if it'll ever become relevant for my character. It's best to leave most things as a nice, pleasant surprise so I react more naturally, you know? That's good. I mean, I'm all for good RP and like shit going down, and you know, one thing I loved about Family RP is that they're like, if you're a bad enough outlaw, they'll just execute you. You know, they're like, if you're in prison in and out over and over and over for like murder, always, one of the things on Family RP is like, yeah, we will just publicly execute you if you get caught. So, and that's where some of my perspective on roleplay came from playing outlaws. If you want to play an outlaw, you need to be smart. You need to play well, and you need to make it hard to get caught. You know, because your actions and character will catch up to you eventually. You know, and I'm okay with like an execution. I've actually had one of my characters be executed on Wild RP. Michael Spoonard. And when Ryder gets busy, dude, Ryder, I feel like I'm gonna have a good long time with Ryder, despite him, the law being after him hard and wanting to execute him. I feel like he's gonna thrive. He's gonna be hard to deal with, and we're gonna have to get a gang together with Ryder Whitlock, and we're gonna hit the roads. You have to get used to like changing the way you talk to fit the time period. Smallpox blanket. But another thing is don't self-insert too hard as a character because you don't want to get too emotional. Because remember, RP in the end is all about fun and role-playing. I can tell you, most people are not taking it hard. Like if they insult you, don't take it hard. You know, that's their character, not the person behind the character. You know, never take anything out of character personally. Hello? Anyone home? Monty sent me out this way. Hell yeah, that's good to hear. That's all good things to hear, man. I work at a prison. Insults don't bother me. I have been making an effort to change my words. Dude, some servers let you roleplay as guards in this game. I don't know about this server. I don't know what the prison's like in this server, but the prison was wild in Wild RP. Is anybody home? Mr. Monroe sent me out this way. We'll head to back to the
Monty. 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 Come down, Monty. Take a look around. I gotta make sure I'm enunciating the way I ought to talk. I feel like I'm forgetting. What do you guys think of Sturgis' voice so far? I feel like I'm not being as consistent as I'd like to be with the voice, and I'm easily forgetting the twang I'm going for. That's just what it is, I guess. How it's gonna be for a bit until I get used to the voice again. I haven't been role-playing as much lately as well. It makes it hard to keep the voice I want. I need practice. Hey, Lord, Monty, are you all right?
Oh yeah, I'm just taking a rest. I'm old, so walking this far really got to me.
Come on.
You look young enough. You should be laying around in that schmud. It ain't good for you.
Alright, I'm gonna get up. Ugh.
I stopped on by that farm down the way, but seems the folks is out and about.
Oh yeah. I would just send that telegram.
What was the telegram number once more? I need to write it down if I'm gonna remember.
It was CFR.
Who should I address it to?
Arturo. A-R-T-U-R-O.
And once again, the telegram, please.
Monty.
It's CFR.
Monty, my boy.
Is that fucking... I thought you were dead.
Most people do. Oh, no. Far from it.
Where the hell are you going with that thing?
It's success exactly, Monty. I need to find the revolution.
Oh.
Yes. There's a queen in Guama. You can't be having that. Not at all. Yes. Amongst other people, yes. Did you ever find that woman in the pig pen? I remember that time I fell off that woman's pinkies and I told you to get her from the pig pen. And you got her, then. Because you know the piggies, they eat fast. They tend to. And you wouldn't do them because we're best friends, Monty. Come on.
Leave it there!
And she broke a pinky promise, Monty, so it wasn't for nothing. I don't do things for no reason. You're on Monty.
He's talking very loud.
To
Hey, Small Talk Lady, thank you for the $5 donation. I appreciate it, man. Here's some more super chats in the future. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I've been thinking about you. Yeah, I miss you, my boy. So what do you feel about terrorists?
He's got a cool voice, though. Just talking about him.
Okay, I still stick in the mud, I see.
That's also partly for me, surely.
Yeah,
I look forward to seeing where the story goes, and I hope it's very entertaining.
Yes. Tonic water to extreme cruelty. That extreme is well. A little terrorism, a little too extreme.
Please talk to him. My character doesn't really care for him at the moment.
No. Terrorism is the foundation in which this country was built on. Well, I'll eventually come back and kill a politician here. I have no qualms with them.
I haven't met any of the bakers yet. I didn't know there were bakers.
I'll figure one out. I need to get savvy on current politics here. Well, all I know is if there's a politician out there, I am going to eat him.
He's going to eat a politician. Dear God.
This is regular piracy, my boy. And now you know. And, just as a little warning, I do have my crew running around, but apparently there's 2 other crews. The other one's a bunch of young bucks running around stealing from native tribes. So if you hear of pirates doing ruckus like that, no, it's not me. Okay, you want a kiss? Is it because you're upset at me? What if I blew it at you? Would you catch it and put it in your pocket?
Where's the walks at?
Come on, you used to my rotten soldier, Monty. Yes. You're my sweet cheese.
I don't see any walking things anymore.
You're my boy. My good time boy.
Walking styles.
And that's my good time boy.
And he's fucking batshit.
He's my good time boy, my sweet cheese, my rotten soldier. I see you around, boy. Okay, save me a little bottle around. Alright.
Walk style, there we go. That's crazy, I love it. I can't cancel this job, it's all glitched out. Am I glitched out? There we go. Alright, so we gotta figure out how we're gonna earn more money for this character. No, I can't wait to see the progress of my group. I really want to see a caravan going places, doing things, transporting goods, getting up to all kinds of shenanigans. I need to compose a telegram. Monroe. I should write it down. Arturo. Now we know where we need to go next. Just gotta figure out how we go about it now.
You alright?
Yeah, you? You look like you're in a bit of pain.
Yeah, I forgot I had the cougar attack me earlier and jumped up over the railing and the stitches kind of stretched a little.
Oh, yeah. Those are never fun experiences.
Nope. No, they're not. Your name?
Genevieve. Most just know me as Jen, though.
Jen. I have a
Jen.
similar short nickname.
G-E-N.
Jen.
Yeah.
I'm Amp. Amp Blackwood.
Amp. Alright. Blackwood. Good
It's
name.
short for anything even.
Ah. Figured as much.
Okay, I am on a wild goose chase. This is fun.
Huh?
Don't you love it when someone's drunkenly working their way across state and you
Oh, good heavens.
they keep updating you from a random new ass place that I didn't know they were going? Fun.
I had a friend like that once. Every single time I was trying to find him, well, he had amnesia problems. But people that get drunk kind of get like similar amnesia problems, forget where they are, you know?
That might be it.
Gotta sort of predict where they'll be next.
Okay, let me just tell him to stay there.
Where is he? I'm going to guess it's a he.
Blackwater.
Alright, so if he's telegramming, he could potentially go to Strawberry next.
He's already in Strawberry, which I should have known.
McFarland's Ranch.
Yeah, try
It
McFarland's
seems
Ranch
he's
too.
heading south.
Well, he had said he would go to. He wrote, "I'd go to Black, whatever that town is." So.
Alright, so that means Blackwater.
Yeah, exactly.
If you go towards Strawberry on your path to Blackwater, you might run into him on accident. You can, if you take from, okay, there's a quick way to Strawberry. Do you know the bridge right at past that
I'm just waiting in
ranch?
line.
Before the bridge, there's a little like path under the bridge, and they'll get you to Wall Station real fast. Kinda gotta be careful across the rocks though.
That's clever.
All right, Jim. It's a pleasure meeting you. You be safe, all right?
You as well.
That's very clever. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
By the way, nice to meet you. I'm Elodie.
Nice to meet you.
Pardon
I'm
me.
Jen.
Pardon me, sir. Well, I'll leave y'all to it. You take care.
You as well.
What do you need to drop you off at? Sure. Thank you for going camping, Molly. Yeah, we'll do it again. Love you. Good night.
All right, we sent a telegram. Imagine a 3-layer script for everything. Dude, I look forward to talking to bankers. If I could talk to a banker about a loan and help me get towards my business goals, they might be interested. You know? Think I might be worth my salt. Just gotta make sure everyone here is ready for the caravan that is coming our way. Howdy, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello.
13. Hi. Thank you so much.
Yeah, a little tip for you. Howdy there, mister.
Hey there. Didn't we meet the other night?
Might have.
What would you like?
Is there anything here at this establishment 60 cents can get
I
me?
cannot remember your name. I was the one
60
playing piano.
cents?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that is right. Yeah.
Not
Cedar.
much.
See, oh, that's right. Like a tree.
You got it.
I know I ain't
That's
dining
right.
fancy these days, but
Good to see you
maybe
again.
some
Likewise.
bread or
How's things been going for you?
leftovers from another night.
Pretty good. Just making some
I'll
money.
get you a stew.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
I
What you doing?
appreciate
Hey,
it.
let's step over here so we're not talking in their ears.
Times are hard for myself, you see.
It's okay. It happens to all of us. There you go.
Much appreciated. Let me at least pay for what I can.
Okay. I really don't care. I get a free stew every night, and I'll just give you mine.
I'd like to pay for what I can. Mr. Monroe has been kind and directing me in the right path, so I don't want to take too much of his kindness without repaying it.
Yeah. Well, you can always repay another day. It doesn't matter.
I always try to make sure I push it forward down the line, make sure things are in the right order.
Well, that's good.
Oughta should be.
You're a good person.
I try, but just like any other out there, I have my faults as well. I'm willing to admit to that.
Me too. I think we all have that.
Much appreciated. It was a very good stew.
Well, do you need anything else before I go to bed?
That'll be all. Give me enough strength and energy to go back out there and grind my bones to dust, making some money.
Yeah. Well, you have a good day now.
Hey, you take care. Thank you very much again. You have a lovely day.
Same to you.
I guess she works here.
I go see about how much ammo is before I go spending some more money. $0.30. Okay. I got 5 shots left and 7 in my gun, 5 left in the bag. And we'll take what we can. Pack ourselves some game and try to make a bit of money that way while I wait for my inquiry about a job. It'd be fun to do a pirate character down the road, but I really want to save that for a game that actually has a good system for pirates. I always find it kind of cringy to be a pirate on land. And be the pirate of the lake. Maybe if I was in Guarma all the time, it'd make sense. But if I'm gonna be in the, yeah, I'd have to be in Gorma for me to be a pirate. And building houses in backwater to make enough money for a big game rifle. Actually, have to go to the bathroom really bad IRL. I think we're gonna try to pop behind these trees really quick, make sure. Hopefully, no one runs into me while I'm AFK. I gotta go. Be right back. Back up again. I think I'm gonna have to hook up my heater too, really quick. It's getting a little chilly in here.
All right. Alrighty. Let's see who we come across next. Alrighty. Try to get my mic where I want it. There we go. That's better. That was a good shot. One shot, one kill. One shot, one kill. Oh, that was such a lucky come and bleed out. All right. It's time for you to go. It's fine. Let's move on. I don't want to harm you any more than I have to. Got a few shots left so we can get our hands. For rabbits, I always find it easier sometimes just to trample them. What button do you hit to make the horse? Whoa, I haven't been. I forget how to make the horse rear. I have forgotten a lot of the controls, honestly. I know you can walk sideways with horses too and stuff like that.
Hit control to stop. Hey, Frenchos, how you doing, man? It's good to see you. Welcome back. Heyo. How's everyone doing in chat? Welcome in, everyone. So we got a bunch of meat, antlers, pelts. Hey, Cotton, you still watching? Does this server have active trains? Oh, grub, I tell you, sometimes the way you save money. It ain't too kind none, but it gets the job done. If you let go of the controls, the horses will slow down to a stop, but if you hold control, we'll come to more of a curt stop. It's taking 3 million years to load. Did you apply to the server? By the way, guys, I do stream on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick all at once. If you like to watch over on Kick a little bit, I'd appreciate that. I have not had any viewers on Kick since I started it, for the most part. I've had a few a long time ago, but I had to ask for help. I don't know how Kick works. I don't think I'm seeable on Kick. Good night, Smallpox Blanket. Thanks for watching, man. Thanks for the donations as well. Appreciate it. Definitely helping out in some hard times. Just selling the game. Maybe you could recommend me though. I don't have any recommendation power on this server. It's my first time here too. Hearing animal sounds everywhere, but I'm not seeing the animals. Have a good one, Pox. The fuck? Things are a little strange over here. Out of ammo. They have been playing Schedule 1 and watching you all Red Dead Redemption. Schedule 1 looks fun. Schedule 1 looks fun, but I've already kind of spoiled the game by watching too many videos on it, so now, like, now that I've seen how it's played and stuff, it's like, you know, it's like, I've already kind of ruined, like, the 20 hours I'd spend in that kind of game, you know? Horse's glitch doesn't let me take it by the reins. Seems to be a bit of server lag going on. I think the game's good, but I did spoil it for myself. By watching too many videos. See if we can make our own food. Maybe our turtle's around. Maybe he responded to my message.
Let's get a move on. I'm staying around for damn too long. I'll lose it.
I think our best way to get money is by essentially begging and hoping for kindness and handouts. Yeah, that's the idea I'm going with, the veteran walk. My old age, it's catching up with me. Sad to say, it's just the way of it. That is. Cook the meat myself. Oh, it cooked all of it at once. Nice. Sounds like no good. Hey, bound time free, is that right? There we go. We're set up for some RP. I wish porch dinners would all like have, you know, different poses. Sturgis, you slide dog, you.
Hard.
My limbs don't work right.
I can't do change. That's unfortunate.
Hello, lover.
All right, guys, we're gonna quit
Oh.
here, and we'll be at it tomorrow. I'm gonna get ready for bed. Thanks for watching. Till next time. Bye bye.